Hello, myself SUNIL Ramakrishna. Here basically we are discussing about one of the topic that is city creation. In this basically we are discussing about one topic that is the about the plane crash basically. 100 plane crash. In this basically one of the person told that basically when basically the plane crash was happening, who was actually ruling the government of USA basically, and who is the ruling of India basically. Sorry, army group basically, because army group are those basically who basically gives the permission to enter the plane and basically the exit the plane basically. So who was in the USA basically and who was basically in India basically, because this prime minister president basically knows that basically plane basically is flying here, plane basically has crashed into mountain, Mount Everest, Himalaya. No, basically they don't know basically. The army group only knows basically. That also technical group basically, who basically say that basically yeah plane to ja raha hai, plane to ja raha hai, but where it's going, that basically the normal person basically can't. That basically require technical group basically. So the technical group that are basically the software industry group basically, who know basically that the plane basically is going here, who plane is going here. That are basically the satellite group basically, who are basically controlling the planes basically. And few people says that basically that is basically controlled by the earth planet basically, because they don't want to take any type of risk basically. Otherwise basically in sky basically the war will start between India and USA basically, because this is actually war basically. If anybody will see this video basically, they will literally start the war basically. Then basically one of the person told that basically, what about that Indian people basically who are staying to 22 crore in India, sorry 22 crore in USA basically, that will nothing basically is going to happen no, basically, because it's one group only basically. How basically? Then he told that basically one of the person told that basically Hillary Clinton and the, just a minute, I will just exactly clear the basically who is that basically, just a minute, otherwise basically it will lots of people say that kaun hai yaar ye. I will just clear it basically, because everything should be clear na. Otherwise lots of people have the doubt basically. So the picture will be there na, basically that need to be more clear basically. See basically this group basically, this group was basically ruling when basically, see basically, see basically from 2009 to 13 and Clinton 93 basically. See basically 93. See 93 is also there. See basically 2009 to 13 basically. So like this basically the USA basically was ruled by this group basically. So one of the person told that basically these people basically seems to be from Uttar Pradesh here basically. Then he told that, are you sure basically? Yes basically, I am 100% sure basically. Their family basically are from UP basically. Then he told that long before basically they left it from UP to USA basically. Are you sure basically? Yes, 100% sure basically. Vidya Kunj. Like this basically one of the person told that, are you sure basically? Because war has already started basically. So one of the person told that, are you sure basically this group basically are from UP basically? Then he told that yes, because UP people basically are very dangerous basically. How basically? Because they only know basically this language, that is gun. Each and every small people basically also have the gun basically in the pocket basically. Always basically they everywhere basically you see there basically firing happened, there firing happened, there firing happened, this many people killed, this many people died. So one of the person told that basically UP basically never keeps the nishan basically, because if anybody will know that basically Hillary Clinton basically is from USA and lots of plane basically has been crashed with his order basically, then basically lots of people will pick the USA base, sorry Uttar Pradesh, sorry not Uttar Pradesh, India basically. Then they will pick that basically who are basically group basically who staying in the Uttar Pradesh. Then one of the person will say that basically Ram Janma Bhoomi, that group. Then one of the person, no yaar, basically Ram Janmabhoomi, basically you want to say that Ram Janmabhoomi people basically are like this basically. That is not possible. So one of the person told that it might be some mistake basically. That might be some mistake. And Uttar Pradesh basically people never leaves the Nishan basically. Nishan means basically if anybody tries to track basically what happened in the past basically, they basically can't track basically. Reason basically they finish the Nishani only basically. So one of the person told that your entire India is like that, or basically only Uttar Pradesh is like this. Then one of the person, USA person told that we need to investigate here basically how many people are basically staying in India basically. Sorry, in USA basically, and from UP, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh. In short, basically he told that from India basically, because lots of people says that basically we are actually Parmar, but few people says that basically he is not Parmar here basically he is Patel. Then one of the person told that no, he is not Parmar here basically, he is from Uttar Pradesh. So like these people also basically staying in Vadodara city basically. And they say that basically nobody can track us basically. And they will rule the Vadodara city. Whatever they basically they want to. So this is also Nishan basically for Vadodara city basically. In future basically they can reach to that location basically. And they will track that basically who is behind this each and every incident basically. That is also possible basically. So one of the person told that basically anybody can reach to Vadodara city also basically after this video basically. So he told that yaar basically it's very dangerous because war has started and that's why basically. Then he told that yes yaar basically really basically. So one of the person told that UP basically never leaves the Nishan basically. UP basically never leaves the Nishan basically. So this was that Nishani finished. So like this basically Uttar Pradesh people basically are from Uttar Pradesh people basically are like this of India basically. So one of the person told that yaar UP Uttar Pradesh people are like this basically. Then basically what about the Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, then Gujaratis. Then Gujaratis that means they have created from the German language. Yes basically. So like this basically the conversation started basically. So all country basically got alert basically. Yeah, basically we need to check basically about India country basically. Which kind of people basically are basically. So they basically started tracking Indian nationality in USA basically. Then one of the person told that basically there is no need to track basically because top level FBI group basically from India basically. But he also basically came long before basically from India to USA basically. Shifted from India to USA. So nobody can able to track that basically that he is basically from India. So like this basically one of the person told that was this plane crash everything basically are done like this basically. Then he told that basically that also need to investigate basically because the World Trade Center basically that was not actually the terror attack. That is 100% I am telling you. That was not terror attack. That was actually the plane which was going to Himalaya mountain and it was basically going to crash to the Mount Everest basically. But it changed its direction and it basically shifted to the World Trade Center and the two plane basically crashed and the rest of basically plane crashed in the many city basically. So one of the person told that basically US actually long before basically Vadodara city basically was few basically people basically are from Vadodara city. They basically say that basically we have invested lots of money in Vadodara in USA basically long before that money basically is getting rotated. That money is basically getting rotated. So one of the person told that who is that basically group here basically. Can you please tell that basically? So in next video basically we are going to see a little bit more about the investment of the United States of America.